Good morning, team, and welcome to my channel again. And once again, I am bringing a deep technical analysis of SPY here with you all. I really appreciated in past. I have seen lot of views are coming, and I really want to appreciate those people is taking time and looking to my video. And I see a small number of comments as well. So I'm hoping, like someday people will ask more questions. I would be able to more answers. They will come up with number of queries, how to do this, how to do that, right? So that's what that is the thing I will keep me motivated when I see people are asking questions. So if you are watching this video, I would really request to ask me questions in the video. So I will always come up with some new ideas by looking at those queries. Okay. But right now, let's not waste our time. It's already 9 o'clock and market gonna be open in another 25 minutes. So the reason being I am making this video right before market because I always missing the data when I'm posting video in the night around 11 p.m. Eastern. So I decided, it's better to make a video, capture all the data starting at 4 a.m. in the morning and then make a nicer video so we can have good technicals level start right before starting in the market. Okay, so let's take a look what exactly happened. So right before this video I draw these two trend line, one more trend line. Yeah, so these two trend line, it is from yesterday. If I zoom in little bit and zoom out, you can see these trend line, right? These trend line. So this trend line is from yesterday. The market was trading right between these two trend line, and what I did, I draw it, and I was expecting that in the morning hours, if it is try to touch this trend line, so market open right here at 4 a.m. It tries its best to touch this trend line and then come back again. So what all you guys can do is on your chart, if you are sitting today in the morning, you can draw these two trend line, because these two trend lines will be a saver, will work as a saving, like savior of the day. Because so one test was this. If you look at the selling, the selling was good here, right? We see at this is our big good resistance for the day, and like around 602, right? However, we see one more selling. Let me just take this off, this thing. However, I do see one more selling right in the day, right here at this particular point, right? So what you can do is you can mark one more level on your chart this morning, which will be, let me put some horizontal line. So what you can do is, let me select the crosshair. So let's go back here and let's look at it. If I don't select this, let me remove this one and let me get back to my crosshair, right? So yeah, so look at this particular data, right? I mean, so one selling occurred right at this, which is 600.63, right? So what I would suggest, guys, if you are on your chart, like draw this line, because this is acting as a resistance in the pre-market. So you can do two of these trend line, right? You can draw two of these trend line, right, and draw one more horizontal line right over here at 600.72, right? So this will be acting as a resistance for today's trading session. Okay, and the low of the day was this, which is 598.40, right? So we find our trading range for today, like this is a chart over 15 minutes. So even 15 minutes we have only $2 move. So what you can expect in the market, the market will only do moves between these $2. Can this be possible? Yes, this is possible, because like there were a lot of data right in the morning at 8:30. We did not see much reaction in the market. We have geopolitical events going on across the globe. Mr. Trump, I think, left G7 summit early, right? And you all, as you all know, that Iran and Israel war is keep going on. I don't think so. They're gonna be do any kind of peaceful talks recently, in the recent or soon, because this war looks like on a different level. Anyway, we are not going to talk about wars on the war or anything, but we are more focused on our levels. So what I can suggest is, this is your first level, 601, guys. Okay, so mark it on your chart, because this is where the resistance occurred, and this is where you have support 598.45. So now look at, I will show you something which is very critical. Look at this gap. Look at this gap. I'm talking about this gap since yesterday, because market open as gap up, right? Market open as up as gap up. So this gap market can try to fill right at open, right? And how it will try to fill, that's there is a possibility that right at open market try to test this 597, right? So what you can do is, you can draw one more support right at 597. So I am expecting right at market open, the market will see a small sell off, right? Come back to 597, tested this low, and then it will start it to go back up again. Okay, but one thing is clear: if market breaks and hold this as a new resistance level, guys, team, I am telling you, if that occurred, then we are in trouble. No, I'm not we are in trouble, I mean the people who are, who will open the position at wrong place, they will be in trouble, right? So what you have to do is, you have to be very very careful while do trading. So this 597 level is something which I am, I will mark on my chart, 597 to 596, because below that, what can happen below that? Let me show you. If I zoom in again, look at where we have next level. Then on 15 minutes, if the volume is good, then we can see again 591 in the chart, or 594 will be the last support, right? So I will consider this as a last support. Let me create one horizontal line. Bring it little bit down. If I bring it little bit down, this is another support. So 594. So how the market will work, I will tell you. If the market break right at open, right, if we see a selling, market will try to do, try to make this kind of low, right? Then go back again. This will act as a resistance, 598, because which was as a morning support. If it is trying to breaking again, guys, then I'm telling you, we're gonna see 594. This is the next level. So this is the market structure so far. Okay, another scenario is, if market sustains here and hold this gap, this entire gap, right, then there is a possibility the market will come here, will try to make, will try to break this resistance, then again break resistance, and again up to here. That is the best the market can do today, 602, right? And then after 602, I don't think so that there will be a lot of buyers, because tomorrow we have Fed meeting. So these are the two scenarios which I can tell you in the market. However, it can go any way today, like as I told you, right? I mean, We have lot of geopolitical and number of events going on across the globe, and also there is this China talks, all the time in the trade, right? So what I can suggest is just be careful, mark your level like I did on the chart, right? Make sure, let me clear it everything, and then you can draw it again. So what kind of level I mark? Let me do this. So we understand this structure now. What we can do is I am just marking the level clearly, or I'm just writing it down clearly for you guys, right? So let me write it down. So 598 is the support, right? 598.41. So 598.41 is the support. If this breaks, we can see 597, then retracement back to 598, and then 594. This is how the market gonna walk today. Okay. So what I can do is, if the market breaks this 598 and do a retracement, break this 598 and do a retracement failed, come back, then we're gonna see 594. Then another retracement fail, then we're gonna see another one level, which is 591. So we can see market like this today. Okay. So just, and then we one more retracement to 594, and then maybe the market ends maybe here at 597. So guys, this is how the structure looks like to me, and it will be choppy. So bigger moves is expected, because what happened is, in this entire particular range 591 to 600, we see a lot of number of days it's spending already, right? So either market will started to go up from here, or either market will started to go up, go down from here. But if you want to get into the long side, I would suggest wait for this 594 level. Okay. And then try to get in, because that is where I can think we see a good buying. Look at this. Look at this buying. We cannot avoid this buying. So if the market comes right here at 594.98, there is a possibility we can see a good buy up to here. So all you can do is wait. Okay, and now the short side I told you already. Short side I told you already, wait for this level to touch. If it is, if it is break this trend line and try to go up, I will short from here. All right. So 602 is will be your short, and 594 long. These are the only two levels I have in mind, and nothing else I'm thinking, guys. All right, guys. So I'm posting this video because I left only with 10 minutes. All right. Thank you, guys. Have a nice day.